Welcome to The Chatter, your end of the week ear candy for what to eat, drink, see, and do in Richmond, Virginia, right damn now.
The Richmond experience is independently owned and created by locals, us, for locals, you. From recent openings and the latest trends to time-tested traditions and hidden gems, we're here to help you experience the very best that RVA has to offer.
Hi, I'm Paige, Alewerks social media manager. I'm the face you see in front of the scenes on Instagram and TikTok, taking you to all the latest and greatest hotspots around town.
And I'm Kelsey, RVAX managing editor, working behind the scenes on your Wednesday and Thursday newsletters, the Weekly Insider and the Weekender, and City Guides.
Hey, Kelsey.
Hi, Paige. How are you?
I'm good. It's a little noisy here.
You have a little announcement at the top for our listeners.
Yes, I just want to let everybody know I'm getting the house painted. So there's people here and it's a little noisy, but we're just going to move on and work things out.
We'll use all of the settings on our recording virtual studio to our advantage to clear some things out if we need to, but I think we're in good shape. It's fine. How is the painting going? You recommended somebody on Instagram. You're using a local painter.
I am. It is, let me get the name right. It is Fine Painting of Richmond.
Fantastic.
On Instagram, I think on my personal page, Sips and Trips, I think over the summer, I was just like, drop some local recs in and Max was recommended. So had him come over and he did a quick consult and we just had him come. So
now you're on your way.
Yeah, and we just decided to do the whole thing.
You may as well. It's probably better that way, just to get it all over with. That way you can get into your, future decorating all at once too. You don't have to wait for the next stage of painting.
Yeah, and I just want to hang stuff on the walls.
Right. Just put stuff up. And be at your house.
I'm ready.
Understood. Well, from what you had posted the other day, it already looks so good. You did a burnt orange. Was I remembering correctly that that's in your wine listening room?
Yeah, that's my wine and record room.
So fancy, so cozy. It looked really good.
Yeah, we had to move the wine shrine today, so I'm a little anxious about that because it was set up perfectly, but everything's fine. I'll just put it back
in place. Oh my gosh, but it looks stunning. I can't wait to see the rest of it. The whole palette that you were showing me looks really perfect for you and so pretty all together. So I can't wait to see it all come as the full result.
Yeah, and it should be done by the end of this week. So hopefully nice. This weekend we'll finalize things and I can get this housewarming party on the calendar.
Exactly. Get all your paintings and your pictures up on the walls and then have your party. And then now you're into the new year before you even know it.
Exactly.
In your new painted home.
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, Paige, I don't want to put you on the spot again with other personal updates, but I did realize that we didn't get a chance to celebrate your WSET results that came in while I was on vacation.
Yes. So I passed my WSET level 3.
Snaps all around.
It was a journey. It was a season of sacrifice the beginning of this year to do that. Yeah, it was 10 weeks and it was a lot of studying, but I passed. It's really only a 52% pass rate. So it's fantastic. Just an honor to be able to pass.
You're in the 52%?
Yeah, truly. But yeah, it was a really, really awesome experience. I learned so much and I'm ready to continue on my journey with learning. I'd really love to go for my diploma, but I think that just, we got a lot going on behind the scenes right now.
Right. We're trying to get through the year one step at a time with everything going on in the, upcoming season. So it's understandable. But I was going to ask you, is there a next level after this, or is WSET 3? Is that the top tier, or what? How does it go after that?
After that, it goes diploma. And within the diploma category, there are many levels. So each level is a test and it would be another very long journey, years. It would take me years to accomplish it. Okay. And so you kind of just take each step at a time. And some of it is self-study. Some of it I would have to hop on a Zoom or.
Yeah.
So, and one of it is a research paper. So I don't know. I definitely want to. It's just, that was a big journey.
Right. What you would round out your year with another big journey. It's maybe take it one at a time. It makes sense.
I might do my certified specialist of wine for champagne.
Oh, okay.
That is something I could do additional. And then I would know more about champagne, which is my favorite thing in the
I
world.
mean, if you're going to celebrate, that's what you need. Yeah. Weren't you saying before we hopped on, you guys celebrated this big win of yours with some champagne over the weekend?
Yeah, so last week we ended up at Jardin and we got a Jeroboam of champagne. That's 3 liters. It was a lot. Don't worry, we had a lot of people, and you'd be
You walked?
surprised. It was gone in not that long of
Yeah,
time.
that's proud. It's a party.
Yeah, and when you open a big bottle like that, you share. Like we shared with the staff,
Of
and
course.
it's really cool. I
Right.
have the bottle. It will be in my wine shrine,
Oh
and
my gosh. A
yeah.
little communal celebration. That's so cute. And you know what? This is also reminding me, the tattoo that you also got
Oh yeah.
last week, was that part of the celebration or did you already have that on your calendar? I'm really
Oh,
blowing
it
up your
was
spot page. I hope you don't mind.
it was a
Tell us
mix.
your social security number next.
Yeah, I just got a tattoo at Loose Screw Tattoo with Ash, and that was sort of in partnership with the Richmond Tattoo Convention. But when I was asked if I wanted one, I was like, hell yeah, I want a
Yeah,
tattoo. And so
celebrate.
I just ended up with the champagne cage because it just seemed so fun and
I
me.
know. I loved it. It was so cute when I saw it. I was like, "Oh, wait a minute. That is such a good idea." And it's like fine line too. It looks
It's
really
so
good.
fine line. She
Mhm.
did an amazing job. I'm really happy with it. It's still healing, but I'm kind of obsessed with it.
Oh my gosh, it looks so good. I mean, you had so many good party plans after winning this thing, Paige, as you should.
Yeah, it's not over. I Holly did get me a 1989 vintage champagne, a vintage Veuve. So we got to pop that thing open. It's a little past its prime, but I think it'll be a fun learning experience. So
Sure.
we got to open that up soon,
Yeah,
like
you can celebrate
tomorrow.
however you want to. It doesn't matter past its prime, whatever.
We've been celebrating. It was much needed
Yeah,
after a tough beginning of the year.
I know. Getting through so much. Now you're on the other side of it. That's fantastic. But it did occur to me that because that happened, your results came in while we were like out of office. I was like, hold on a minute. We need to put the spotlight on this. And now I've just put the spotlight on all kinds of things going on in your personal life. Thanks for sharing with us, Paige.
Well, thanks for celebrating.
Oh, we're just very excited for you. It's
Yeah.
hard stuff. As your, friend and coworker and working so closely with you, I knew how much you were putting into it. And like you said, 10 weeks of studying on in addition to everything that you already do, you need to celebrate these things.
Well, thanks, Kels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
congratulations, Paige. We're so proud of you. And I can't
thank
wait to
you.
see what else you might do not this year, next year.
Truly.
I'll put a pin in it.
Put a pin in it. And
Fantastic.
yeah, my goal is to do more in wine, but it's a passion project, so
Yeah.
it's all about balance.
Right. And stuff into, your personal like manifesting. Oh, speaking of that, I was thinking with all of this, I kind of want to manifest on your behalf for you, Paige. I want you to do like a guest bartending situation at Jardin or something next year. That's what I'm putting on your vision board.
That would be cool.
Like
Yeah.
celebrity bartending.
I just want to pour wine for people and teach people about wine.
No. Oh my God, we got to workshop it, but I think that you could get there, Paige.
Yeah, we'll get there. I want to
Okay.
host like girls' nights. Just I'll bring the wine, give a little
Yes.
education, cheese
Oh,
board. It's fun.
too cute. I love it for you. I can't wait to see what you do next, Paige, but that's fantastic. I just wanted to shout you out, put you on the spot.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Paige. What else do you have going on?
Oh, well, the house, this, that. We are going to the Folk Fest this weekend. So we're going to
Yeah.
drop more details in below because that's a major thing happening.
Yes, coming up. You actually tipped me off to that because I have it in my mind that that happens like later into October, but I think they've bumped it up a little bit for this year. So you even alerted me, and now I've got that on my calendar. We're hoping to go at some point during the weekend, but our weekend coming up is a little packed, but I think we'll be able to make it out at some point. But that's
Yeah.
exciting stuff.
This morning I was in Carytown, so I stopped by Harry on Floyd
I
and
was
it's
going to say
coming
too, I
along.
saw that. Oh, yes. So is it all completed too? I was surprised by that also.
I don't think the front's done. It just looked a little bare compared to the side yard, which is looking fantastic. We're on Order of the Phoenix this year. So
Okay.
every year they kind of do the movie and they reuse stuff from years past, which is
Sure.
fine. You should.
With all the lore.
Yeah. So it's looking really good. They have some props prophecies. They have all the daily prophets and stuff. It looks so good. They're so creative.
I know that one's a really fun one that has started within recent years, and it's like a fun one to look forward to now.
Yeah, I'm
That and
obsessed.
Skelly, of course.
Oh, of course, Skelly.
Gosh, all the good ones. So exciting.
Yeah.
What an exciting time of year.
It's the best. I've been putting out all the fall content, so I'm ready.
It's coming in hot. That reminds me too that Harry on Floyd, I think, is part of I did a guide last year of like the best ways to celebrate like the Halloween season without the jump scare. I think that's on there. That'll be coming out soon. Our calendar is stacked with all these fall favorite things, Halloween fun things. So if you're not already a Richmond Experience member, now would be a great time because we really go hard for like the seasonal stuff, especially.
Yeah, I would say now's the time.
Yeah, I think
kicking into gear.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, actually, a lot of our stuff is fall related, so I think we should dive in.
I know. Let's get into the thick of the episode. A lot of our stuff is very seasonal. For me specifically, very pumpkin related. So I'm ready, Paige. I'm ready when you are.
All right. So what to eat, drink, see, and do in RVA this week. And you're up first with eat.
I'm up first with eat. This is very exciting. It just hit the press. By press, I mean Instagram. My one true love this time of year is the pumpkin and salted caramel pie from Proper Pie Co. I dash to this Churchill gem every time they say the seasonal flavor has hit the pie hole. And they did it earlier this week. As I said, here's the literal description from the website, just so I don't leave anything out. What can we say? Alton Brown claims it was the best pumpkin pie he has ever had. We are truly humbled and think the secret is the delicious Anzac biscuit crust and the thick, delicious layer of caramel on top. Yum. And I say, yum indeed. Go get a slice and or place an order for a whole pie. If it's something you want to serve for the holidays, they're taking those orders starting October 8th, just FYI. Wild. But in the meantime, go over there, get a slice. So delicious. I think my favorite thing about this is with the salted caramel on top, it kind of like adds more of like a savory situation to it than like your overly sweet pumpkin pies you might be used to. I love it so much. Have you tried this one over there, Paige?
So surprisingly, I have not. And I need to. Like, yes. I need to go get some content of it. And there's still dine out only, right?
You know what? Yes, because I moved out of Churchill coming up on a year at this point. I moved out of Churchill at the end of last year. And I believe up until the bitter end when I was out there, I don't really think they've opened up their like seating anymore like since COVID. But it's like really fun to like go over there, get a slice, whatever season, and just kind of walk around.
Walk to Libby Hill.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy it in one of the parks, walk around. Like the architecture, especially on Broad over there, is stunning. And this time of year, it's like, tree lined in different areas too. You could make a whole fall date of it if you wanted to.
I think I'm going to have to do that like this weekend.
Yeah, they've got really delicious stuff.
We don't have a lot on the docket this weekend.
Okay, so you do your folk festival and then you get some pumpkin pie.
I mean, that sounds delicious.
You know what? That wouldn't even be bad of a trek either because like folk festival is over on Browns Island. You hop, skip, and jump right over to Churchill. Easy
day.
Yeah, there you go. That's my rec, though. It's so delicious. If you want more information about it, though, it's properpieco.com, and then you can follow them at properpieco to keep tabs of when they like release those holiday pie orders. I've always wanted to do that.
I was just going to ask that. Have you ever ordered a whole pie for the holidays?
I've never done it. I've been tempted every year, but they go very quickly. So if it's something that you're interested in, definitely like keep your eyes peeled for when they like release like the online orders because I think they like they're gone from what I can tell immediately. But I've always wanted to. I have such a big family and everybody brings so much food that it's like all dishes are competing for attention and I just don't know if it'll get the attention it needs.
I think it'd be the star of the show.
Maybe it would be. Maybe this is my year.
Yeah, you bring it and you're like, this is what I brought.
I know. It's like, okay, turkey, sure. Maybe this is my year, but it's so good. I've never done the whole pie before. I've always been tempted, but I definitely get a couple of slices per season because it's one of my favorites over there.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
So delicious. Go check it out for sure. And then to continue with the pumpkin theme, I'm also doing drink this week and I'm also doing a pumpkin flavored item. And the truth is I actually have lots of true loves this season because the Alewerks pumpkin brew is another thing that I have to recommend. Alewerks is of course a popular brewer out of Williamsburg, but we're very neighborly over here at the Richmond Experience. The Weekend Lager, Chesapeake Pale Ale, and Coffee House Coffee Stout are some of my other must snags from this spot. spot when I see them in our local stores. But the pumpkin is my all-time favorite, and one that I seek out as soon as there's even the mention of a chill in the air in the Richmond area. From their site, they say pumpkin is made solely with fresh ingredients, spiced and baked in the oven before being added to the brew. Enjoy powerful notes of cinnamon, nutmeg, brown sugar, and more from this world famous beer, commonly described as pumpkin pie in a glass. Oh,
Sounds
scrumptious.
delightful.
So delicious. It's available now through October at their location in Williamsburg, of course, but in lots of spots, like I mentioned, around town. I've personally picked up a couple of 6-packs recently, both from Tom Leonard's and Publix. So you can get it as soon as you can get out there and get it as soon as you get the chance. In my experience, it also sells out very quickly, which is why I'm always fast to snag it. I picked it up, like, I think, as soon as I saw it in August, because I wanted to make sure I was stocked. I am obsessed
were
with the
ready.
pumpkin things. I love the pumpkin things.
So
And I
do I.
know we've talked about farmhouse pumpkin.
Yep.
Another one of my favorites. This is like, it's even difficult for me to decide, neck and neck. This one is very good. It also, as I was saying, with like the savory pie situation up top, I think there's a little bit like an element of that too. It's not like overly sweet. I feel like you really get a lot of like the more savory like notes of cinnamon and like spicy stuff in it too. It's so good. I recommend.
I just had my first pumpkin beer at the Oktoberfest.
Which one did you go with?
I went with Farmhouse.
Of course, a
And
classic.
then Holly got the sweet potato and sage from Ardent.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sweet potato and sage sounds
That's
really
a good
good
one.
too.
Oh,
I
that's
feel
a
like,
good one.
okay. I feel like that would be like another good one that's not so like overly sugary.
Yeah, it's not. I got that the other day when I swung by Easy Burger a few weeks ago with a friend. Which, by the way, that's an awesome. We need to talk more about Easy
I know
Burger.
more about Easy Burger. I think that every time I see them, because it's like I of course have ZZQ, burned into my brain, but Easy Burger I kind of forget about.
Yeah, and then it's like connected to Ardent, and then there's a QR code. You don't even have to get up to order a beer. Oh, we'll have to pause on that and talk more about them
for our burger episode or something.
Truly.
Exactly. So good. Okay, but there's sweet potato and sage. Good to know. I feel like speaking of burgers, that would go really well with like a meal.
Yeah, it's savory, it's delicious, still seasonal, but not like your pumpkin. So if you're burnt out on pumpkin, there's that option.
Yeah,
and then at the Oktoberfest, we did switch to wine. I know. Ooh.
Hey, listen, this is your go-to. You need to do what you know and love, Paige.
Yeah, but
fantastic. Yeah. But you got the pumpkin beers in there and like the seasonal stuff, so that counts anyway. I mean, like this one, if you see it around wherever you are next, maybe if anybody's like slinging it at the folk festival, I would absolutely look it up. You can find more out about it at alewerks.com, or you can follow Alewerks at Alewerks on Instagram. That's a great brewery though. They're like one of my, just like I mentioned at the top of this section for the drink, they've got so many good like beers outside of this one. I don't think I've had a bad one from them yet. They're a really good, solid brewery.
Have you ever visited their brewery in Williamsburg?
I actually did pretty recently. Because Williamsburg from here is like maybe like, is it under an hour? It's like 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Yeah, it's really not a bad drive. We were trying to figure out something to do one weekend toward the end of the summer, and we decided to go like take the kids down, hang out in Williamsburg. It ended up being like a really rainy day, so we kind of went to Alewerks, grabbed a beer, played. They've got kind of like an open patio space and like a relatively like kid-friendly indoor space, but it was like so rainy that we kind of just like got a drink and people napped, like our kids napped in the car, and that was sort of like the end of the day trip. But it's very cute.
Okay.
So check it out.
Add that to the list.
Yeah, it's a good one. They've got like a nice little like setup out there, good for outdoor drinking, good for indoor drinking. It's like really cute and like cozy in there too. I feel like it'd be great for this time of year.
Cool.
Yeah, go check it out. They've got good stuff. That's me. What do you have for us, Paige?
All right, for C is, of course, the Richmond Folk Festival. It's a folky, folly, River City tradition. It is usually in October, but this year it is in September. It's their 20th anniversary, so they'll be celebrating all weekend long, Friday, September 27th to Sunday, September 29th. It's a free event featuring 6 stages with 30 plus performers, food trucks, a marketplace, craft beer, and more. I walked Browns Island over the weekend, and they were already setting up the main stage, all the other tents. So it's huge. It covers The area around the Tredegar area.
Yeah.
Also, and you can see the new pavilion they're building as well.
Right. My husband mentioned, because he works over, downtown area and gets to sneak peek of it occasionally, and said it's coming along also.
It is coming along.
Yeah.
So I meant to snag a picture of that, but I was like too focused on the folk festival.
Right.
So
First
excited.
things first.
Yeah. But this particular festival has become one of Virginia's largest, and it draws fans each year to downtown Richmond's riverfront to celebrate the roots, richness, and variety of American culture through music, dance, traditional crafts, storytelling, and food. Holly and I are going on Friday. So just to get the lay of the land, I always like to go to things like the first night if I can, to just give folks as much information as possible on
Right. Ahead of
Instagram.
time.
Yeah, but it's truly one of my favorites. I don't know. The St. Benedict Oktoberfest might be my new favorite festival.
We were talking. I mean, it's a very good one, especially this time of year. It's a worthy competitor, but Folk
Yeah.
Festival, of course, is also wonderful this season.
Yeah, it's just it's huge.
Yeah.
It's grand. So,
Right.
but you can catch the full schedule of events at richmondfolkfestival.org if you want to catch a specific band, and then RVA Folk Fest on Instagram. But Friday it kicks off at 6:30 p.m.
It's a nice little post-work outing, and it goes till 10 p.m. from your notes, what I'm seeing. So you can go after work, get a drink, listen to some music, and then get rested up and enjoy the rest of the weekend too.
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff.
And then due this week is the State Fair of Virginia. That kicks off on Friday, and it's 10 days and runs all the way to October 6th.
Oh,
So,
okay, nice.
Yeah, we got a long time for that, but you have Ferris wheel, you have rides, you have fried food, cotton candy, carnival games, and those are just some of the reasons why to visit the State Fair of Virginia. Don't miss their main stage concert lineup for live music each night, and night one includes a main stage concert from the Taylor Swift tribute act, Let's Sing Taylor.
My gosh, am I going to have to do boots on the ground and get actual coverage of this page?
I know. I was like, thinking of Kelsey. I went a few years back with my family, and it was just the perfect activity for when your family's in town.
Yeah, it seems like it. There's so much to see and do. I could see that'd be a great visitor outing.
Yeah, it really was. But yeah, you can ride the ride. So I would consider snagging the unlimited ride wristband for $25.50 before you go. They have, fresh brewed iced tea, lemonade. They have beer and wine if you're 21 plus. You have your cotton candy, your funnel cakes, the fair food, corn dogs, all the things. Of course, live music. And then, of course, they have the petting farm and much more. So admission at the gate is $15.50 for guests age 5 and older, but you can learn more at statefairva.org and then State Fair VA on Instagram. But yeah, it's at Doswell, so probably 15-20 minutes from Richmond. Not far.
Not too bad of a trek. When you were talking to me about this before we recorded, I was thinking maybe this is my year to check this out too, because I always want to go, and then we've
You've
just
never been?
I haven't been. I mean, with
You
all
do.
this stuff going on, there's always something where I'm like, well, shoot, we've got X, Y, and Z going on this weekend. But now it's well, I've been to Folk Festival. We definitely want to dip into that. But is this my year where maybe, I mean, you've got, like you said, 10 days to sort of try it out. So I think maybe this is my year.
I think you should go, especially maybe during the week.
Right.
When it's not as busy. If you take the kids at the, in the evening.
Yeah.
That way it's just not as crowded. I'm sure the weekends are obviously much, more busy, but.
Right. Could be a cute little evening, to do, especially as with the sun going down earlier, you've only got limited time in the evenings, but with something all the lights from the Ferris wheel and stuff, I'm sure they'd love that. It could be a little great way to enjoy the nighttime.
Yeah, and then you can get some fair food for dinner.
Exactly. It's an easy sell. Maybe this is my year then, Paige.
Yeah, and the kids are free. 5 and
I
under.
know, true, under 5. There you go. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, wonderful recommendations personally and professionally.
Yeah, and it's just like I said, it's a fun time around Richmond right now. So there's always something to do. Stay tuned on our calendar. Stay up to date on our city guides. Everything. We're dropping all the things.
I know you're going to have to be bookmarking left and right as we plan these upcoming episodes. It's going to be tricky to narrow down the things that we want to focus on for each section, but we'll give it our best shot. You're going to have a lot of recommendations coming your way.
Absolutely. So
Listen up.
don't forget, you can text us, give us your input. Yeah, let us know what you'd like to hear about.
Yeah, if there's something in particular where you're like, guys, do not let this slip through the cracks, let us know. I mean, we're throwing lots of things out there, but look, if you need us to shout something out, we want to know about it.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Always looking for hidden gems.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right, so thanks for listening, Richmond. And by the way, there's more where that came from. Joining the Richmond experience as a member is the best way to stay in the know about what's going on in RVA.
Not to worry, we refuse to sell your info or bombard you with ads. We do charge a small annual membership fee of $39 a year to fund our team so we can keep doing this awesome work. Plus, a portion of each annual membership purchase for the Richmond experience goes to rotating nonprofits each month. That's like $1 per week to get an all-access pass to the best of RVA and lift up local orgs. It's a really, really good deal, friends. And listen, what are friends for anyway? Use code CHATTER to get $10 off your first year's subscription.
Give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at The Richmond Experience, and on Instagram at The Chatter and RVA too. And if you enjoyed this episode, send it to your buds and rate, review, and subscribe.
And if you want to keep up with each of us, you can find me at Kelsey Heinz is Typing on Instagram.
And me, Sips and Trips with Paige on Instagram.
Chat with you next week, RVA.